Well, good morning and welcome to a wonderful day here in West Wendover, Nevada. What brings me to Wendover, you might ask? Well, it certainly isn't the casinos. It's sort of a long story how I came to this decision, but one day I decided I would drive to the towns just past the border of Utah on each of the interstates. There are 5 interstates that cross the border of Utah. There is Evanston, Wyoming on I-80 East, Fruita, Colorado on I-70 East, Malad, Idaho on I-15 North, Rupert, Idaho on I-84 West, Littlefield, Arizona on I-15 South, and of course on I-80 West we have Wendover, Nevada, which we are visiting today. By the way, we're standing on this wonderful cliff, and it was a little terrifying climbing up here, but I made it. And here we have a toppled tower of some kind, a sign that all we do will eventually come to ruin. I was just up there. That's kind of cool. So I should correct myself and mention that it's West Wendover, Nevada, not just Wendover, Nevada. And here, of course, we have Wendover Will, who's welcoming you to West Wendover, Nevada. In fact, he's even kind of pointing at it because he knows that if you drive by, you might miss it if you're not paying attention. You know, when some people mention a small town like Wendover, they always say something like, oh, there's nothing there. But from my experience of visiting small towns, not only the 5 out of 6 that I've done on my Utah Interstate Adventures, but from the other ones that I visited, is that there's a certain magic to small towns. And to me, that magic comes from the fact that this place is somebody's home, and they will compare every other city to this place as they move on in their lives. And for some, you know, they might remain here for their whole life or for most of it. And it makes me think, what are the things that they think are so special about their town? And I just want to find those things. Yeah, sure, I suppose it doesn't seem like there's that much in West Wendover, but I would disagree. So I guess my advice would be, anytime anyone tells you there's nothing there when they're talking about some small town, they couldn't be more wrong. Whichever direction your travels take you, you're going to have a similar experience to what the California-bound immigrants had. You're going to see the same country, except for the towns and the ranch meadows. The big difference, though, is that you'll be traveling in a much faster pace. From here, you can be in California in a few hours. For the immigrants, it was as much as a month's journey. As you drive and look at the country, think about those people who plodded along day after day through the thick alkali dust and sand, headed toward dreams of gold or a new life. Thank you, informative plaque. I will. And no matter where you are in the world, there's nothing quite so wonderful as a good old-fashioned park and playground. Nothing like the good old swings. Okay, here we go. Time to jump out. Whoa! Whoa! That was exciting. Okay, here we go. Woo! Oh, there's a pool of water. That was fun. Whee! And I will conclude today's adventure on the Bonneville Salt Flats. Just salt and salt and salt as far as the eye can see. Well, not quite as far as the eye can see, but close enough. Woo! Driving on the Salt Flats. Here we go. And that, my friends, is it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, so I lied. We're going to close this vlog off with the Great Salt Lake, checking another thing off my Utah bucket list. Well, it wouldn't be an authentic Salt Lake experience without all the brine flies. I can't believe I've lived in Utah for 6 years and I've never gone to the Great Salt Lake. But better late than never, I guess. And that, my friends, is it. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Well, technically, Mr. Stager, it's West Wendover.
Jimmy, thanks.